it's been a while since I was here on this YouTube channel, and today I brought someone special to talk with me about the CEOs of India. And you'll be wondering actually like why so many CEOs, even though like India has so many CEOs, and they're still so poor, and yeah. But it's emerging, obviously.
Yes. Actually, it's because I'm sure when they are done with their university knowledge and acquiring a lot of knowledge at the university, they don't go back home, which is very bad of them because you came to someone's country just to get some knowledge and develop your country, and then you didn't go back. It's not fair.
Yeah, that's true. No, I can truly agree with this one, although like I guess everybody wants to have a high salary and like better opportunities, and maybe that's the point why they actually don't come back home. What do you think?
Yes, and also on the other hand, the government also doesn't help them develop the country. So it's like I'm having a good life abroad and then I come back home to a shitty place. I won't want that for myself. So I would better stay in my comfort abroad than to come back home.
Yeah, definitely. That's also the really good reason, like, truly. So maybe we can start watching and we can talk after. Actually, this video, once we get to know like some other informations that's gonna be said, and yeah, let's start watching then. See more content?
Like this video, subscribe, and comment.
That's true. Please definitely do. Start watching.
Google, Adobe, Microsoft, and IBM are all run by people who grew up in India. The latest to join these ranks is Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal, who took over from Jack Dorsey. People originally from India make up 1% of the total US population.
That's also like
yet
really
about
incredible.
6%
That's
of Silicon
a lot.
Valley's workforce. So why are there so many tech CEOs who hail from India? When Satya Nadella took over as CEO of Microsoft in 2014, the company was in bad shape. Bill Gates was reportedly an angry and difficult boss. His successor, Steve Ballmer, apparently wasn't any better. Microsoft was also a dinosaur. It had failed to innovate. For example, it lost the smartphone battle to Apple. Along comes Nadella, an engineer who rose through the ranks of Microsoft to become the CEO. Nadella changed the culture of the company. He made it clear anger and yelling
work with
weren't
such a
welcome.
boss.
He also sought to make
That's
Microsoft
true. I guess
relevant.
like everybody of
We
us
now need
wishes,
to
but
make Microsoft thrive
like
in a mobile
even
first
from
and a
their
cloud-first
eyes,
world.
actually, you can see
Under his
that they're like
direction,
more
Microsoft moved
successful
its
than
software
like
to
the normal
non-Windows
people.
devices and expanded its cloud business, Azure. That innovative spirit of problem solving was bred in his native country. India is home
But like
to nearly
the monuments
1.4
here,
billion
like, really something that
It's
I
the
want to
second
see.
most
like,
populous country on Earth
so
after
badly.
China, and is expected to overtake China as the most populous country in a few years. Although India has made remarkable progress, poverty is still a major challenge. Nearly a quarter of the population lives below the poverty line of $1.90 a day, according to the United Nations Development Program.
Unbelievable.
They face corruption, poor infrastructure, and limited opportunities. So they learn to be resilient, adapt, and overcome endless obstacles. This leads them to be problem solvers, a key asset in any corporation. Sundar Pichai has had to solve many problems after taking over at the helm of Google in 2015, at a time when big tech is being scrutinized over the power they hold. He became the archetype of a kinder, calmer, gentler leader in tech. Pichai earned an engineering degree at one of the Indian Institutes of Technology. The IITs are kind of like the Indian equivalent of MIT, with an even lower acceptance rate, reportedly of 1 or 2%. After Pichai graduated, his ticket to America came in the form of a master's at Stanford. Going to a top grad school in the States is how many Indians land up in the land of opportunity. They appear to follow this well-trodden path. They did their undergrad at a great school in India, got a master's in the US, where they studied STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. More than half of all international students in America pursued a STEM degree in the past academic year. American immigration favors people with specialized skills. After Pichai graduated, he went on an H-1B visa to work at consulting firm McKinsey. The H-1B allows American companies to employ foreign workers, many of whom are in IT-related fields. The US government awarded nearly 75% of these visas to Indians in 2020. In comparison, China trailed far behind in second at
That's also like
12%.
amazing.
The fact that
yeah.
so many Indians can
That's a
speak English
huge
is a tremendous
number, yeah.
advantage in the West, and they're comfortable with American business culture, possibly because it mirrors the thriving IT industry back home
And
in
they're also like
Bangalore,
very efficient,
Chennai,
I
and
would say.
Hyderabad. They're
the
also
work.
more
That's
likely
why
to
like
want to
employees
work
really
overseas.
like employees.
80% of
employees
Chinese international students return to China
the
after
work
graduating,
waivers,
according to
they're
China's
done
Ministry
a
of
lot.
Education.
Yeah.
Chinese
By them.
entrepreneurs prefer starting their own companies at home. Alibaba is known as the Amazon of China. Tencent owns the messaging app WeChat, used by 1.2 billion people.
That's why
Huawei
China
is one of the
is
giants of
ahead.
the tech industry.
That
China's
they go
transition
back
from a
home
manufacturing
and-
hub to a tech hotbed
Yeah.
has largely been driven
They
by
have better
government policy.
opportunities.
In the late 70s,
yeah.
Chinese leader Deng Xiaoping
If
encouraged
like
foreign
Indians would
businesses to set up
would stay,
offices
they
in
would
China,
also have.
which fostered
Yeah.
a startup
They'll
environment.
develop their
On the other
country
hand,
better.
India has a problem of too much
Because they
talent
have their
leaving the country
numbers.
for good. It has the highest
They
number
have
of
the
migrants
potential,
living
definitely,
abroad,
yeah.
at 17.5 million, according to the UN. And more Indians
Yeah,
gave up their
that's what we
passports to
actually
become
match.
naturalized American citizens in 2020 than the Chinese,
Whoa.
continuing the trend from past years. However, the brain drain from India may be starting to
You see
recede.
this?
An increasing number of
Yeah,
homegrown
it's like
Indian
really
startups are becoming unicorns,
something that I wouldn't
meaning the
expect
companies are valued
to
at 1
happen,
billion
like-
or more. The data platform Traction tells Newsthink India created 47 unicorns in 2021, a significant jump from the 17 in 2020, and even less in years past. The tech ecosystem is being bolstered by powerful investment firms such as SoftBank that have been pumping money into Indian startups. But in order to entice more people to remain in their native country, salaries will have to catch up with those in the West. The average American tech worker earns around $98,000 a year, according to the online recruiting platform Dice. Tech salaries in India vary greatly,
Yeah.
but the job site Indeed pegs the median
Which
salary
is-
at $20,000
It will take a
US,
lot of time.
going up to as much as $33,000,
Yeah, that's
which makes them some of the top
the big
earners in their
reason
country.
that's why they
But
stay
still,
here.
far
Yeah.
less than what
Like
they make
euro
in the
is like
States.
really stable.
As salaries grow
currency.
along with India's
Comparing to,
startup
like,
boom,
their
this could have
ones.
implications for the number of exceptional individuals desiring to move abroad. The one thing that the CEOs of tech giants have in common is their strong background in engineering. If you wanted to improve your STEM skills, my sponsor Brilliant can help you achieve your goals. Brilliant is a website and app that lets you tackle math, science, and computer science concepts in a fun and hands-on way. You can develop your critical thinking skills through their recently updated logic course that forms the basis for mathematical reasoning. Or you can jump right into their popular mathematical fundamentals course to master algebra, logic, and number theory. There's something for everyone, whether it's the foundations of computer science or learning about cryptocurrency. If you're stuck on a question or get an incorrect answer, you can read the explanation to see where you went wrong. Brilliant is free to sign up if you head to the custom link in my description, brilliant.org/newsthink. And the first 200 of you to sign up
Yeah, but
with
for
my
me it's
link
also
will
interesting.
receive
That's why
20%
like
off
why
Brilliant's
actually like, the
annual
most
premium
Indian
subscription,
people
which unlocks
are
all
like
of the
going for
courses.
IT. Like,
Thanks for
yeah,
watching. For
it's-
Newsthink, I'm Cindy Palm.
You are able to be versatile.
That's true, yeah. But like it's the bestest paid actually job, like. Although like it doesn't have to be. I will just cut it out. Oh no. The whole video, as I was wondering like why, even though like India has so many successful CEOs, it's still being like really poor country and like people with like so much potential, and yeah, like maybe the actually like the one thing I thought about was like maybe the overpopulation, and but it's not only this thing actually.
I think it's because the CEOs, when they make it, they don't go back to their country to establish firms that can help their citizens as well. And that's maybe one cause also. Aside the government not doing their part, I think it's a huge...
Yeah, it has a huge
Reason.
impact. Yeah, that's definitely true. And beside this, actually, the thing is that like with the salaries, like your currency, the rupees, it's not so stable. Like actually, people are craving for the money that's in the stable currency because like once you want to take a credit or something, it's like never gonna be, you know, that much. Like you have to repay always more, and yeah, like nobody actually wants to invest in the currency that's not stable.
Yeah.
And like the economy also had to be like, you know, people also, I guess, like they don't stay in India because like they see that they can grow faster somewhere else. And
yeah, and because the infrastructures are not good, because they're overpopulated, they don't have good amenities that can help them, and because they've already tasted better offers, so they won't settle for less anymore. So I think that's also a reason.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I don't know what to say. That's the end of like today's video. But like, not to forget, like, take actually into account all the information that we were talking about, because I think it's pretty important to remember.
Yeah, and for the youth outside their countries, when you are done with your studies, you get a good job for maybe 2 years or 3 years, gather some money and go back to your country. Develop your country. It would be better for you, and it's better for your children and your 4 children and other children and children.
Yeah, that's definitely true. That's the thing that we have to like really put a huge effort on. And yeah, that's all I would say. Thank you so much for watching. It was so good to have you today, my special guest.
Bye.
And bye. Take care.